Hey, Eli here. Today I want to talk to you about the GFX 100S with the Sigma 24mm 1.4, the EF version that I rented with the Fringer EF to GFX Pro adapter. It's got the aperture ring, so it makes things a lot more seamless when you're transitioning over from the native lenses with aperture rings. But yeah, 24mm, it's like a 19mm equivalent. I've used the 23mm from Fuji. It's an f4, so you're getting quite a jump in, stops and light with the 1.4 versus the f4. The f4 was great. The 23, I took it to Iceland, got some really cool images. The 24 from Sigma is going to have some vignetting issues. The corners are going to kind of get chopped off. You can't really fix it. So you're going to be forced to crop 4:6 or 16:9, or really just go down to what would be a full frame equivalent. So kind of making it unnecessary to use on the system other than the colors and maybe some resolution. But focus is great, sharpness is great. So yeah, it's probably not something I'd add to my system. Don't think it's necessary. But I also want to get into a couple landscape images if that's what you're looking to use this for, other than just portraits. So yeah, let me jump in here on the computer, and we'll start out with an image here in Freak Alley in Boise. And this is uncropped, and this does have, let's see, lens profile on. So that is it off. So that's pretty harsh. We turn it on, we're still kind of losing these corners. You might be able to go in and brush that and try and correct for it, but you're also getting some really funky, fun, distortion, which I think is really cool if you are wanting to like put your subjects in the middle and have some separation. Then that can be awesome. So, but down to the center, nice and sharp. That looks amazing. And yeah, I think it's just going to hold its sharpness out till about here. Looks pretty good. But yeah, I mean, for this case scenario, I think it looks great. I'll do a 2:3 crop just for fun and bring it in like right about here, I think, or maybe a little lower. Get that rainbow in there. And, usable image for sure, and fun and creative. You can really do some cool stuff, but you are limited to those corners causing issues. Here's one that I've already cropped, but if we turn on and off, let's see, let's reset it, and we'll turn on and off the lens profile for you, and you can see how much we're losing there, quite a bit. So if we go back over, we can either just crop in to what would be like a full frame almost, or we can make use of those edges and do a 2:3 and pull it back out, and we get a little bit of a wider image, and you're not really noticing those corners at that point, so it looks pretty good. Another one here, and turn that lens profile off and on. For some reason it's not working. Let's see here. Down. Oh, I know why. For some reason, it's not recognizing this lens automatically, so I have to go down to Sigma. Once I select Sigma, it does it. So now we can turn it on and off. So which is a little bit of an added bit to the workflow. And if we do a 2:3 crop, we're going to get something usable. And let's zoom in and see how sharp this was at 100%. Perfect. It's, yeah, nice and sharp at 2.0. So, all right, here's an image in the outdoors. Yeah, definitely, that vignette. The lens correction is not really helping us here. So this one, I would just make either a 16:9 or probably a 16:9 or a 21:9. And we are at f2.8. Nice and sharp. And I also did this at f2 because I wanted to see if there was much of a difference. I actually didn't even focus, so we had an focus issue there. So, all right, here we are. Reset this. And we've got those harsh corners. Worse without the lens profile. And so what I would do with this image is make it a 2:3, bring it in at about there. Yeah, something like that, or a 16:9. So we can see how sharp it is at 1.8. And we had to stop down because we were running out of light, or it was too bright. And then this one here, same thing as usual. Yeah, it's not recognizing that one, so I'll just crop it in 2x3. We can get to a point where it's not too noticeable, but you're gonna have to shoot, and while you're shooting, know that you're gonna be cropping. But sharpness at 1.4 is great. Here's one, it's just like a landscape image. We were losing those corners, but I want to show you how sharp it is at 5.6. Yeah, very sharp. So if you're wanting to make a landscape photo and you know you can just set the crop before you shoot in your camera, that way you're not losing out on those edges, or when you compose, it's going to be easier. So if I were to make this a 4x6, then I know when I'm composing, I need to watch this horizon, and I'm going to compose it completely different. But yeah. And then I also wanted to see what would happen if I photographed at 1.4 versus f8. And so I don't really see a difference in the vignette. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. But it's definitely sharper, Look at the background, you can tell. But yeah, he's also a bit, quite a bit sharper on his face. So that was good to know for me. And then, yeah, that was just photo there. And then here we go. We got the blue skies. Want to see how much we can, not really fixing much. So it's like you're looking through a window. Have to crop it down. But F2, see how the sharpness is. Yep, pretty decently sharp. Looks like just kind of off a little bit, getting a little funky. And then up close, how sharp is it? 1.4, that's sharp. So we'd bring this in. Yeah, right there. And then vertically, at a distance, let's see how sharp it is. Yeah, that's good. Really sharp. So it's definitely a usable lens. You just know you're like the 35, you're going to have to crop it. With the 50, 85, and 105, you can use it as you shoot it. And the first image I took right there, 1.4. Crazy sharp. And yeah, again, we're going to have to be kind of tight here on our crop to get those vignettes out. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, that's a quick video, but would I buy the 24? Probably not. I thought about renting the 20, but I know I've used that, and it's already distorting, when you get into a full frame system. It's a cool lens. It's big. But yeah, so hopefully that's helpful. It's one I'd rule out for me. Might someday, if I have a friend who has a 24 Canon EF, try that out, just see what that does. It's probably going to be similar, maybe softer, I don't know. But, yeah, hopefully it's helpful. Thanks for watching.